Hi, I'm Jeremy from International Sportsman. Today we're looking at something that I'm pretty excited about. That is the Chief Upland Over and Under vest. This is designed for upland game hunting, but it can be used for a lot of different applications in the hunting environment. So we're going to dive in and take a look at the features because, guys, this has some stuff that's pretty unique and cool I think you're going to like. So let's take a look. So this is the Chief Upland Hunting Vest. Now, it is designed for upland game hunting such as pheasant or chukar, but you can use it for quail, duck, or even turkey. It brings modern style and modern ergonomics to the classic hunting vest. As you can see, there are MOLLE attachments on the shoulder straps as well as on the hip straps. What this does is this allows you to configure any type of accessories that you want to carry. For example, you can add or remove or change the position of all these pouches and add them up to the shoulder straps as well. Now, since I'm a right-handed shooter, this vest is configured to where there's nothing on the right-handed shoulder strap because that's where I'm going to use my gun. But while I'm on the topic of the shoulder strap, it is very thin, so it does not interfere with the use of your firearm at all. This is one thing that I was pretty surprised about, is that it doesn't snag on the gun as you're shouldering the gun, and it doesn't add any extra bulk. But what they did is they added more padding to the back of the vest so that it is padded, because you are carrying quite a bit of weight on this vest by the time you add shells and your cell phone and your dog collar and everything else. Now, the vest itself weighs a little over 2.5 pounds, but for everything that you're getting, that's pretty light, guys, honestly. So we're going to dive in and look at a few more features up close. So the vest itself is waterproof and briar-proof and has a ton of storage options. So let's take a look at what those are. So as you see here on this front shoulder strap, you have MOLLE attachments here where you can add different pouches. Now, if you're a right-handed shooter, you're going to want to leave this completely clean, but if you're a left-handed shooter, you can actually move some of these other pouches over to this side. Now, the sternum straps can be completely removed or changed locations. There's 5 different locations where they can go, and you can use 1, 2, or however many you want. Personally, I found that just one right across the top worked best for me. But some people might want to use 2 of them. Now, what's important about the vest, though, is that it has the ability to carry a lot of birds, and it has a very unique bird carrying system. And you can actually load the birds from the front on the left or the right across the hip belt and slide them behind your back, so into a very large bird bag back there. That bird bag expands, and the way that it expands is by undoing this top strap. This top strap actually keeps all those birds nice and tight and keeps the hip belt pulled in snug, but if you undo it, then you open up those pouches and you can slide birds in very easily. Now, the bottom belt here, you want to keep that nice and tight on the waist because that is what's going to really hold the entire system together and keep it all nice and snug against you. I did find, however, that if I was having a little difficulty loading birds, if I would just loosen that bottom strap, then I could fit more birds into the back of the bag. Now, some other unique features that we can see from the front of the vest before we move to the back is that it has pockets on either side here, and that is, for use of small collars or something like that you'd use for dogs, maybe a radio, anything that's small that you might use. On the left-hand side, that can be used to store your cell phone. It can be used for your dog collar. I put my hearing protection in there when I wasn't using it because I found that was the best place because I could easily reach in there and put my hearing protection on without having to dig through other pockets or whatnot. And you will see this little clip right here. This is for routing a hydration hose. So if you want to use a Camelback or something like that, there's actually a spot in the back of the vest where you can do that, and you can run it up the left or the right side through these little slots here, and then it attaches to the little clip. So up here, you'd run it down there and attach it to the clip. Makes it nice because you don't have to carry a water bottle or something like that, but they do sell an accessory pouch to carry a water bottle to help hydrate your dogs. Now, talking about accessory pouches, that's really where this vest shines. Because it has all these MOLLE attachments, you can really customize it to whatever you want to do. So if I turn the vest here and we look at the front, this pouch here I have configured as a cell phone pouch. So it's a waterproof pouch with a waterproof zipper, and it is felt lined. So they call it the electronic pouch on Chief Upland. So it's great for, you know, your cell phone in there. Nice and padded, very large full-size cell phones can fit in there with no problems. Now if you look on the outside of the vest, there's a little mesh here and a little cord on the top. Now what that's for is, again, a dog collar. So you can sit it in there, and then the antenna goes up through there. So if you need to quickly access it without accessing it on the top shoulder strap, that's another way that you can carry your dog collar. So they call this the electronic pouch. It's pretty useful, obviously, for cell phones and stuff like that. It's great. I also found that I could put hearing protection in here as well, or any other small objects. It worked great. Now, because I'm a right-handed shooter, I didn't really use this pouch on my right-hand side as much. I used it to carry extra ammo if I needed it. But this pouch is a little bit different. It's a quick attach ammo pouch, and as you can see, it is just magnetic on the top, and you just dump loose ammo in it. Now on the front, it has a spot where you can add 3 other little shells if you need to quickly access shotgun shells. This card comes off and you can replace that or leave it off, but I found that I use this for stuff like my gloves. So it was a nice little storage bag for extra shells, as well as gloves or any type of hat or something like that that I might want to take with me in the field. So what I did use a lot though, and I really liked, was on this other side I have it configured with this pouch. So this is their second ammo pouch they sell, and this one is nice because it is waterproof. It's got a waterproof zipper. Again, it's magnetic, but this pouch holds an entire box of shotgun shells, including the box. So it gives it that rigidity that you would want, and it allows you to quickly access them, and they're not all turned around, they're just laid out perfectly. So that was great because then I could just take the box out, put a new box in, boom, I'm good to go. Because it's waterproof, I could zip it up if it was raining or anything like that and seal it and keep it completely dry and keep my shells completely out of the weather. Now it does have that card on the front where you can add those 3 shotgun shells. I found myself that I didn't use that. I just used the box and then had a little bit of extra ammo in the other pouch. Now on the back here, as you can see, there is a water bottle pouch. Now this is great, and it holds water bottles and such that you might use for your dog, right? If you want to water your dog. I didn't use a camelback or a bladder with this system because I didn't want the extra weight, so I just stuck a regular water bottle in there. It does fit most every water bottle that's on the market out there, even those great big sports bottles that you would get at the outdoor store. So pretty useful here. I kept it on my left-hand side so I could just reach back while I'm holding my gun with my right, reach back, pull out the bottle, and then drink from there. So that's what worked for me personally as a right-handed shooter. Now, as far as setting up the vest for use, you want to configure these with the vest off. Kind of figure out where you want them and then align them, and then take the vest off and run it through. It's just regular MOLLE attachment, guys. If you're not familiar with that, it's a system designed by the military, and what I said is Chief Upland really brought this modern technology, versatility, and ergonomics into the hunting world. I haven't seen anything like this, and I was really, really impressed. So as soon as I saw it, I reached out to them and placed an order. Now moving to the back of the vest, we see this loop here. So my first question is, what the heck is this for? Well, it's actually a pretty smart idea. So you have a lightweight jacket or something with you in the morning while you're out hunting, and then it warms up throughout the day. Well, where are you gonna put it? What are you gonna do with that jacket, right? Well, this allows you to roll it up and store the jacket on the outside of the vest so that you can access it quickly. Say if it starts raining or if it gets cooler or something like that. But if you don't want to do that, you can open up this flap right here, open up this waterproof zipper again, and you have a very large storage compartment here in the back. Now, this is great for adding in a jacket or vest or something like that you want to carry, but they also have a very large pouch up here where you can put your wallet or your license and a lanyard to attach your keys so that your keys aren't jangling all over the place and rattling and making a lot of noise. So it keeps everything nice and secure at the far back of the vest. So if we zip this guy up here and unzip the top, now we see that we can access the bird bag, and all those birds go right back here into the back of the vest, and it has a big gusseted bottom so it can hold a ton of birds. Up here at the top, we see our connection points for a water bladder, and this is the water bladder pouch. It can hold a 2-liter Camelback or any other type of water bladder, and then again that hose just routes over the top shoulder down to the front so that you can drink from it very easily. The inside material of the bird bag cleans off very easily. It's this ripstop nylon, and you can just wipe it down, spray it out, and clean the bird bag out. So it opens up all the way, and you can easily get in there and get every little nook and cranny clean, unlike some other vests on the market which don't allow you to do that. So if you're not using any of these features like this lanyard on the back or any of the other accessories, you can easily take them off. Since it is a MOLLE system, it comes off very easily. And it also allows you to configure it to other users that might be using the vest instead of just you. Speaking of that, it fits a wide variety of users. Whether you're short, tall, anywhere in between, big in the gut, small, doesn't matter. So the mannequin here has a 32-inch waist. He's a pretty small guy, and you can see that it fits him very well, and it even fits me that has a little bit bigger waist. I'm a 38, and it fits me just fine without any issues. I have a friend that's 6'6", and he was able to use this vest as well. It has a ton of adjustability in the sternum straps, the shoulder straps, and the hip straps. And if it's not enough adjustability, they do sell extra hip straps that are extra long. Now, while we're on the topic of hip straps, unlike some other vest or a easier way to do things, I should say, this hip belt goes all the way around through the hip pads. What that does is that gives you support throughout the entire system. If that belt was just sewn in to the front here, then that would be the cheap and easy way to do things. It wouldn't give you as much support on that belt, but because it goes all the way through the back, it keeps that vest nice and snug up against you all the time. Now you may be saying, hey, wait a second, this vest is up against me, snug, all that. What about ventilation? Well, I used it for 2 days in Kansas, and it was about 70-degree temperature, and I didn't get hot in it at all. That's because the back of the vest is vented and actually stands off against your back and keeps air flowing through there. As you move, it actually helps funnel air up and down that back and keep it nice and cool. I didn't have any problem with sweating or any issues. Let's look at the Chief Upland Over and Under vest. They do make it in a blaze orange version for those states that require blaze orange, and all the accessory pouches are available in orange as well. Make sure and go check out their site and read our article on International Sportsman for a more in-depth review and up-close photos. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.